Good morning, everyone.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman.
I am happy to welcome all the members to our monthly meeting of Tanjung Lumpur project. Thank you for coming. How is everyone doing today?
Yeah, good,
Good.
Mr. Chairman.
Well, without any delay, can we start the meeting now?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
First of all, are there any apologies for absence for today's meeting?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Akil is absent for today's meeting because he had to represent our company to a technical conference and exhibition in Thailand, whereas Mr. Tiban is supposed to be in today's meeting, but he still has not shown up yet.
Thank you, Ms. Fatiha. By the way, please review the minutes from the most recent meeting that were delivered previously, Ms. Fatiha. Do you know whether there have been any changes?
Wait a moment.
Okay.
Excuse me, I apologize
Stephen
to
is here.
everyone for the delay. I had to handle an unpredictable event just now.
Well, Tiban, I'm aware that you had, but as an employer, I would appreciate it if you could schedule your time carefully. Next time, kindly arrive on time and let us know if you anticipate being late once more.
I apologize for being late. It was my fault. I'm sorry for keeping everyone waiting.
Okay. Please go on to the prior topic without further hesitation. Do you know whether there have been any changes?
Absolutely, Mr. Chairman. The exclusion of the new material for the next projects is apparently resolved. The production department's technical issue caused it to be cancelled. I ensure it can be left out of the prior meeting.
Okay. Ms. Fatia, can you please make an amendment for it?
Yeah, sure, Mr. Chairman. I will make the amendment.
Are there any more adjustments?
There are no other amendments that I'm aware of, Mr. Chairman.
Good. Can someone please make the motion to accept the minutes if there are no further changes that need to be made?
I suggest the minutes to be approved, Mr. Chairman.
I agree with the proposal.
Well, do we have any arising matter from the previous meeting?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. We received a proposal on new material purchase from a well-known sponsor company for a pending project from the second meeting.
May I get to know the stage of the progress for the proposal?
Actually, we have not approved the proposal yet since we need permission to proceed further.
Oh, sorry for the delay. I will make the approval as soon as possible. Do we have any other arising matter to discuss?
No, Chairman.
If that is the case, let us move on to our first issue for the today's meeting. Can we have Ms. Intan to talk about our first issue?
Sure, Mr. Chairman. Apparently, our housing developers are ready to commercialize their project. However, our site engineer conducted an inspection of the site and discovered that the house had cracked. So the team leader has decided to postpone commercializing the housing until this matter is discussed and resolved by the consultants.
Ms. Intan, can I know what is the consequences of this problem?
If this matter is not solved, it has a negative impact on the building's appearance and stability. So it will take 4 until 5 months for the modification to be complete. So this will slow down all the activities, and I'm afraid that the project will be delayed.
Ms. Intan, how can this problem arise? Isn't it the housing must be inspected by the construction director during the construction?
Yes, it was already checked and verified by the construction director. However, using improper materials such as admixtures containing calcium chloride may lead to the corrosion of reinforcement.
Yes, I agree. Besides, low quality bricks can absorb more water and cause cracks in the plaster. When it comes to quality materials, I regret admitting they are related to abuse of power. This problem will not arise if we use proven quality building materials instead of solely focusing on the pricing perspective.
All right. So are you saying that we have to accept the blame for this issue? We don't have any supportive evidence to claim it as the cause, since we believe that the material choice is a crucial element for our project to maintain the quality of housing. Our team has been highly sincere in all aspects of this project, especially in the material decisions.
Yes, I do agree with Mr. Thieben. In my opinion, a lack of skilled worker can cause this problem and it can slow down our company growth.
Please remain calm. Arguing over this matter won't help solve this problem. This is just a minor misunderstanding. To avoid this issue in the future, please take responsibility for all the tasks assigned to you. Please, let's move on with our agenda. I don't want to hear about any issues like this again. Ms. Madhura, are there any suggestions you can give in order to solve this?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I suggest that the practice proper construction method and engage with a qualified professional contractor so that the crack and the problem associated with them can be prevented. Ms. Kyle, do you agree with that?
Yes, I do agree. It's important to do proper construction monitoring. I will consider it my responsibility to monitor the workers' work quality. I will see to it that the contractors' ignorance, carelessness, and greed are fixed in the future.
I agree with you, Ms. Kyle. Thank you. Now let's move on to the material selection. Can anyone suggest the best material potential?
Mr. Chairman, I believe that the best material for our project was already used from the discussions we had at our prior meetings. The issue that now arises is the concrete mixture issue, which is caused by the insufficient quantity.
Yes, that's true. This problem develops if the concrete is not mixed properly because the cement cannot give the necessary strength, and bonding to the mixture weakens the concrete in the affected area.
Well, yes, I do agree with Ms. Kyle. We all know that 4:1 or 4 parts of crushed rock, 2 parts of sand and 1 part of cement is the ideal ratio for a concrete mix. As a result, we must carefully consider this and keep an eye on the employees to ensure that they properly meet the suggested standards.
All right. I think we have solved this issue now. Ms. Fatia, please transmit the updated bill of quantities to the client and follow up. Then finish your bill of material. This task shouldn't be postponed. Please let Ms. Madhura to bring up a procedure of statement for the concrete mixture ratio. Can we now declare that we agree on this issue?
We agree, Chairman.
Agree, Chairman.
That's good. Now let us proceed on the second issue of the agenda, which is electrical explosion on site. Is there anyone who would like to tell me how the worker burned while they were working?
The case is under investigation and the real cause of the incident is still unknown.
So how about the others? Who would like to give their opinion about this?
First and foremost, we should understand that what is electrical explosion before we further in this situation. Basically, electrical explosion is a sudden release of energy due to short circuit between a power phase or a phase to the ground. Apart from my view, the explosion might occur due to a wiring connections.
Can you tell me exactly what are you trying to explain?
Well,
Are you joking? How can a simple wire connection lead to this disaster? Perhaps it can be the fault of workers' negligence too.
Sorry, Miss Kyle, that was so inappropriate. Please let Miss Madhura finish her sentence. Please remember, that this is an official meeting. We need more information regarding this matter to be solved.
Sorry, Miss Madhura. Please proceed.
Thank you. As I was saying, in a long-term overload operation, the operating temperature of a cable insulation material exceed the normal heating temperature allowed, accelerating the aging of the cable insulation. This insulation aging phenomena usually occur in entire cable line. This cause of this insulation material to lose or reduce the insulation performance and mechanical properties. Therefore, it is easy to explode.
I partially agree with this statement, but the reason for this incident is due to a fuse box explosion. Therefore, I think the cover of the fuse box could be damaged and exposed to rainwater. So this might be the main reason for the fuse box to explode.
Sorry to interrupt. Are you sure that there is damage in the fuse box cover? Because we didn't get any report from the maintenance department regarding this issue, as they just visited the site a couple of days before the incident.
So you are telling me that the maintenance report does not mention this issue?
Yeah, so far from what I know, there are none of them. But I'm not sure. The main person in charge of the maintenance team is Mr. Akil, but he's not here today.
All right. I want more clarification about this issue. I want Mr. Akil to submit the maintenance report on my cabin before the next meeting. Now, elaborate the solution for this incident not to be repeated in the future.
Firstly, I would like to suggest safety during handling any electrical circuit. The technician needs to wear electric resistant gloves. This is to prevent this incident from ever happening. The rubber insulating gloves are the preferred choice because they are generally designed to protect against electrical assets. And also the cost of the gloves is not too expensive.
I suggest that we need to make this mandatory. Some of the workers are seen not wearing safety boots as well. We need to make sure that they are wearing appropriate safety boots, which are made from non-conductive materials such as leather or rubber, so as to prevent the chances of experiencing an electrical shock.
Yes, I do agree with Mr. Teban and Ms. Intan. I would like to propose that workers need to wear proper full boiler suit while handling electrical equipments. As we all know, being electrocuted is a considerable risk regarding machinery and equipments. However, a boiler suits are not that kind of clothing as it provides complete insulation from electricity and make one of them best garment to wear when working with the machinery and equipments. On the other hand, it's not only for handling electrical equipment, but boiler suit is also suitable for welding and other work on the site.
This is more than what I expected. Anyone would like to disagree on the solution given by our committee member? Yes, Ms. Kayat. Would you like to tell me anything?
I think the company effort to supply the equipments to every workers. Instead, we can provide a few for each department, so they have to share it.
Yeah, well, that's true, since we only provided a limited budget for this project. I'm worried that we are spending too much on this and exceed the budget limitation. What's buying practice needs to be implemented.
Okay then, I will take this into consideration. Thank you everyone for giving all of your opinions. If that is the case, I agree with all of the recommendation in this issue. I want proper proposal to proceed further in this issue before our next meeting.
All right, Chairman.
All right, Chairman.
Right.
Moving on, is there anybody who would like to add in our committee's progress?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, if I may ask, how about the complaints about the workplace violence in our company? Because these past few days, I was aware that the junior workers are continuously complaining about the violence and harassment that are done by our senior workers. I think we should find an immediate solution for this as soon as possible.
Yes, Intan. I got some complaints about this and I am conducting a meeting with the senior workers this evening. I will make a good decision to avoid this situation from happening again in our company as it will affect our company's reputation.
Alright, sir. As you mentioned before, cooperation between employees is very important to improve our company status, right?
Absolutely. It looked like we have covered all the main agenda. Is there anything else to be added?
No, Chairman.
No.
Chairman.
No.
If there is no other discussion, I would like to summarize the decision we made. In summary, thanks to Mr. Akhil for representing our company at the technical conference and exhibition in Thailand. The exclusion of the new material for the next project is apparently resolved. The production department's technical issue caused it to be cancelled. We received a proposal on new material purchase from a well-known sponsor company for a pending project from the second meeting, and I will approve it as soon as possible. By the way, I'm sorry for the delay. Our housing developers are ready to commercialize their project. However, our site engineer conducted an inspection of the site and discovered that the house had cracked. Factor for house cracking are using improper material, low quality bricks that can absorb more water and lack of skilled workers. As a solution, we conclude as practice proper construction method, proper construction monitoring, and bring up a procedure of statement for the concrete mixture ratio. The second issue was an electrical explosion due to the fuse box. Factors that cause the fire explosion are long-term overload operation, and the cover of fuse box could be damaged by exposure to rainwater. The solution is to wear electric resistant gloves, wearing appropriate safety boots, and wearing appropriate boiler suit. Finally, on the other than business agenda, we discuss complaining about the violence and harassment that are done by the senior workers to juniors. The solution is to conduct a meeting with the senior workers this evening, and I will make a good decision to avoid the situation from happening again in our company as it will affect the company's reputation. Well then, I think that is all for today and the meeting is adjourned as I have another meeting with the client in 30 minutes. When is our next meeting, Ms. Fatia?
Okay, Mr. Chairman, our next meeting will be on the 13th February 2023, Monday at 10 a.m. via online platform. So I will send the notice of the next meeting to all the committee members later.
All right, Ms. Fatia. Thank you everyone for attending the meeting. The meeting is adjourned for today. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman.